Okay, so they're flooding the Grand Canyon. They're bringing water from up to down. When it falls down, just like a car or a truck driving, okay, it'll pull with it the energy and the weight. If it was snowing, it will pull the snow down with it. It'll pact on the sides, creating an area like a duct system. Almost like, that's why quack, 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 ducks go south. The duct system and the ducks going south is a repetitive word saying, hey, look, the ducks are going south. So now the words are lost in translation. And they'll last in translation. And what happens when you pull down? You pull the air down. So you're pulling some kind of energy. Not only that, inside that energy, something to do with our birthright, okay, something to do with the crustacean coming out of the upper lakes from Lake Mead, and underneath the ground, most likely it's coming from under the ground and up, and there's a crustacean that that brings us into life. So this water falls, and now that it falls, they're guiding the sky to a central area to pull an energy. Now it's the energy coming out of the sky through whatever's maybe under the ground. I can't see it only in the sky making a beam. You got to have an attraction from underneath the ground that pulls the beam, that hits the train. Those trains that you saw, well, 379909 is what the numbers I saw. That's the roulette numbers. What happens in roulette? Well, you take a gun, you zzz. It's inside of a movie we saw. I don't remember the movie. They took the gun, took, now the other guy took, now the other guy took, now, then boom. So if it comes out of the sky, and the trains are coming down the train tracks, and the train tracks are producing their own energy with metal on metal. They're producing their own energy. Funny how it doesn't get hot, they're running metal on metal. Something like, I wouldn't have done metal on metal slides. I mean, how does a train stop if it slides? Because you're stopping one end, but you're doing nothing to the other. They need it to touch because it's an energy that they're bringing from one place to another. Shh. Bringing all the energies. Come on, cat. Can you leave me on my own space, please? Thank you very much. I guess not. So, what's coming from the sky now, if there's a train like they had on Google, now this Google train was more than a train, it was more like a bullet of some sort. So if you're going to see something coming from space, it's not going to be a plane. It might be a little rocket. Maybe a small rocket that won't do much. But it's not the rocket that might do anything at all. It's the energy now that they're pulling down from the dam, pulling the sky into the earth. So they can have their laser beam for whatever's there, hit any part of the train track, okay, and bring it all together by trains, one on this end and one on this end coming together. It'll hit the center of the two train tracks, or the trains will now pass each other, showing you the crossway for where the energy will go and take the whole dam down with it. But the dam isn't the only thing that has to go. Now, I don't even think, I mean, in another scenario I was thinking, maybe the dam doesn't have to go at all. Maybe what has to happen is just the energy that comes down. Now, let me recycle this in my head for a second. So if the dam doesn't go down because maybe they need to empty the water so they can go underneath, you know, those big points they have over there, maybe there's something underneath that has to be reinstalled like a motherboard in the computer, and they can't do it unless it's empty. Secondly, why don't you take a look at the water? There's no way, and everybody knows there's no way that Hoover Dam area is made the way it is. It's got a point at the top, that means there was a water flow. Then there's a point lower down, there's another water flow. And there's a point lower down, there's another water flow. It's like Hoover Dam and the area around it has been having a water flow for many, many, many years. And they'll always do it. They rise the water and it flows. Unless our earth is more tilted, you can see how evenly it's always flowed. The deterioration of the mountains. Sapia. I went to see Sapia. And yes, there is a connection to Sapia. Everything will always have a connection. Hold on, I got the telephone here. 560-2329. And I can't answer it. I know who it is, but I'm a little busy. What do you think? So this energy is also in Niagara Falls. Okay, as Niagara Falls falls down, it pulls an energy down. It's like pulling a string down. Same with the Great Lakes. The Great Lakes are just not the Great Lakes. When I look at the Great Lakes, I see designs of animals. Almost like one lake pulled together the other lake to create something else. I still haven't jumped into Sudoku book where it gives you the answers so I can see exactly how Sudoku works by looking at more than one board. Now I'm falling really, really behind. This is going to be this way, the structure of one thing of knitting and sewing, or is it this way? Each area is 5 by 3, but if you take a look at it, I first made it square. 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1. 2, 2, 3. 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. What this is it's drawn square. Then I took it and made it 5 high by 3 wide. When I made it 5 by 3 wide, I finished exactly on the end and nothing was to spare. When I made it this way, it was 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, this is only 3 of them. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 would be 5, 5, 5 by 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. That's the Mayan numbers. So if I'm wrong, then the Mayans are wrong. Because when you have 3, you have a center dot for creation. When you have 5, you have 5 and 3 repeat each other. 3 becomes a set of 2, a set of 2, a set of 2. The 5 on the outside are 1, 2, 1. It's so crazy the way I can actually see it. I need to write it down. It's got to go not only in a book, but on the screen, somewhere on the net where you can open up different pages and you know it's there when you want to go look for reference. I see it. I feel it within inside of me. How the boards and the corners are separated. Do you look at this? Look at this. I go this way, I go this way, I go this way, and I go this way. Mark Rodin, same thing. This is the exact same thing, both of these. They cut off the corners. They cut off the corners in Monopoly. You get the train to the train. You get this corner. This corner is gone. This is your 9 berth. Now wait a second. This is your 9 berth. Here's the cap. You ever play cards? The Kappa Jack sitting on his head. The Kappa Jack. Decapitate Jack. Take Jack's head off. Take away his connection from right over here. You ever pull a shrimp apart? You ever pull a lobster apart? There's so much. I have entered into every single world, included every single game of cards, every single sports, what they wear, the size of the field, what the lines and where the lions are on the field, what you wear, what you don't wear, what the rules are. This is all thoughts in my head that when it's time to do it, I'll do it. But the minute I start to do something, it grows. And I want to mark everything down. I don't want to lose it. I won't lose it. I just want to have it coordinated. And if it's not coordinated, I will be able to see in little its and bits and pieces. But you won't be able to see. And if you are able to see, it's going to take too long and we're going to separate between each other. We need to catch up in the vision between you and me, between me and the sky, between the sky and you, between you, the sky, and me. Because there's no disguise. It's all of us or none of us. Me being alone counts for nothing at all because I know, and what good is it for us if I just know? Do I believe you have to know? No, you don't have to do anything. We're together. This is a group. This is not you and me. If you take a look at 7, 7, 7, and 7, you take a look at this, I can create another design. And inside is the octagon. You ever see the lights flashing over here in those character movies? Again, and I've showed this many times. I've showed this many times. Again, when you have the AF7. AF7 is 767. This is the time we are in now. The Pac-Man route. The Pac-Man route. The day is in red, lady in red, red in roulette, black in roulette. Did you know in roulette, the only number that is not black, black, or red, red is the 1 position, where there are 2 numbers that come out black, which is the 10 and the 28. Time having a jack, and the other one is 1 and 19. The one spirit of the one birth of the one spirit of the one spirit of the 9 birth. 2 is black, 3 is red, 4 is black, 5 is red, 6 is black, 7 is red, 8 is black, 9 is red. And as you go down the board, 11 is 1 and 1 is 2 black, but there's a whole lot more to 11 than you think. Fantastic. Oh my God, this is so fantastic. So much information, And all you have to do is multiply the number by 3. Or take the same scenario and multiply it by 4. Take the same scenario and add it into the 6, into the 7, into the 10, into the 5 worlds. Why the 5 world? Because the 5 world is dead in the center. The 5 world is 1 and 4 and 3 and 2. And it's 2 and 3 that will create 5 and 6. And now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The numbers were made perfect. Before I go, we're going to just do one number. Number 41. How do we get to 41? Well, it's 7 times 3. 7 plus 3 is 31 plus 10. So we're going to go 41. Now we can do it many ways. 41. 1 for 1. 3 times 47 is 141. It's an access and exchange. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you something and then I'm going to correct it. Here's the dice, but we might not want to put it that way. We're going to have to take a look what's on this side. 3 goes up, 2 goes up, that's fine. 6 goes down, picks up the dot on this side. Can't pick up the dot on the other side. This one picks up the dot here. Now, we would have to separate it a little bit in order for all 3s to have the right angle. You see, it's not me. See the way it forms the block? Whoop, this is not a block. This is not a block. See the way it forms the block inside? 6 and 5, 5 and 6. Now, in order to understand if that goes, what we would have to do is we would have to flip it to the other side. See the way I flip it to the other side? 4 comes to 2, back to 4. 1 and 4, 1 and 4. You make the block in the center. This will tell you what to do. Not me. Not me. Now we're going to go up here, in which I want to be here, and I want to be here. Now this is 1, 4, for 4, 1, in which I can do this. Now we all know this is the 5. This one on here is the 5. This one on here is the 5. So we now can eliminate it. Now we really don't want to run on 1 because a 1 doesn't actually create anything. So if you notice the 4, okay, when we turn over the 4, we now get to the 3. So we have the 3 out here, out here, out here, and out here. And in my design, hold on a second. I'm looking for the design. I'm looking for the design. Fuck, I need to get rid of these cats. They put everything on the floor. Here's one of the designs. Ooh! Can't you stay in one spot, guy? This is one design. This is the other design. I love my cats. I love my cats. See this design in here? See the 3s? The way they design? Same design. See the Pontiac image sign? The ears? Same design. But the 1s cannot stay that way. So anyways, we're going to leave it at this. I got stuff all over the place. Okay? If something happens, something happens. I'm looking at... I just want to tell everybody something. And this needs to get out really, really good. I look at everything. I check every note. Some things lately have been hard to find, but I am looking at what you say. Sometimes I may not get back to you. The odd time I may not thank you. I'm really sorry. There is so much in the vision of my way. But believe you me, I am looking at everything, every video. I looked at Hoover Dam. I looked at the water flowing. I looked at everything, everything, everything. There's nothing missing. Yes, everything has a connection. I don't even have to look to tell you it has a connection, because it definitely does have a connection. Raphael 7286. Here, look, this is the way it works. They're just hanging all over the place. What are you going to do there, cat? Is that my bed? There's my tiger, there's my black cat, Raphael 7286, and the constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching.